So this one's going to be a little different than what I normally do, but I found these articles. Somebody had posted something on Twitter, so I did some digging, and it's kind of mind-blowing to me. The article was originally posted in September of 2020, but where we'll be referencing is over here, which was published in October, about a month later. As COVID-19 spread earlier this year, governments introduced lockdowns in order to prevent a public health emergency from spinning out of control. In the near future, the world may need to resort to lockdowns again, this time to tackle a climate emergency. They go on to talk about, the Arctic ice, the wildfires, the methane leaks in the North Sea, and about how we're, rapidly approaching the tipping point. Under a climate lockdown, governments would limit private vehicle use, ban consumption of red meat, and impose extreme energy-saving measures, while fossil fuel companies would have to stop drilling. To avoid such a scenario, we must overhaul our economic structures and do capitalism differently. She goes on to talk about how many think of the climate crisis as distinct from the health and economic crisis from the pandemic, but the three crises and their solutions are actually interconnected. I'm not going to read the rest of her article, but I just wanted to touch on the fact that this was something that was being talked about. If you go and look at who she is a professor at the University College London in economics of innovation and public value. She founded and directs their Institute for Innovation and Public Purpose. Her research focuses on the relationships between technological, economical, and social changes. She is the chair of the World Health Organization's Council of the Economic Health for All. Just wanted to point that out. So she is not just, some lady writing an article. She's, she is somebody for sure. And then what I found interesting is the website that this was on, which is, probably should have done this first. They are, what does it stand for? Oh, World Business Council for Sustainable Development. And these are the members. So you got 3M, Abbott, Accenture. We're familiar with them. Apple. There's so many on here. Bayer, Baker McKenzie, Biogen, Bloomberg, BP, the BMW Group, Canon, Bridgestone. I mean, these are all household names. Chevron. It's just crazy. So you think about the fact DuPont, some pretty heavy hitters on this list. Hitachi, Honda, IBM, IKEA, Google, of course, Goodyear. These are all huge. Kellogg's. You don't think of Kellogg's as that big, but when you think about the amount of food that they put out outside of cereal, it's crazy. Mitsubishi, Microsoft, Michelin, Nestle. They definitely should be doing their part as far as climate control. Novartis, PepsiCo, Philip Morris International. That's Marlboro basically. Pirelli, P&G, Shell, Phillips, Santander. If you notice, there's a lot of people that are invested in Ripple on here too, which I thought was also interesting. That they're not on here, but that doesn't surprise me. This doesn't seem like the most blockchain-y group of people here. Toyo Tires, Toyota, Unilever, Verizon, UPS, Volkswagen, Walmart, Whirlpool, Yokohama. So all I'm saying is this is a big organization with a lot of members with a massive global reach, and that is what they have been potentially talking about since last year is a climate lockdown. So guys, the main reason I wanted to put this out is, for one, you see all these supply shortages and stuff happening. I think they're all 1,000% manufactured. That's for another video, though. It is all kind of pushing everything to a head. She says, do capitalism differently. Well, that is what the whole mission is in this space as far as the payments and the DeFi and how everything is. They want to do capitalism differently. We're trying to put the power a little bit more in the people. The governments are going to gain way more control and oversight, whether people want to admit that or not, but it might make our day-to-day lives at least seem better on the surface from a financial standpoint. She talked about on her Wikipedia financial inclusion. That's the main thing you hear about with these payment blockchain companies. They're all over Africa with payment inclusion, financial inclusion. It's interesting. The climate narrative is not shrinking; it is only growing. Bitcoin is under massive attack by actual governments now. People are starting to talk. So that is not a prediction on the fate of Bitcoin. I still like to think that maybe Bitcoin makes it and rages on, and we all go with it with all of our other altcoins and stuff. But there's a lot going on right now, so I would pay attention. That's going to do it for this video. I just wanted you guys to be aware of that article. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That will all help the algorithm a lot. And yeah, try to enjoy the rest of your day. I'll update with a new video soon.